guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyian and you are watching Kyian by Design. It is almost Valentine's Day and love is in the air. And unfortunately, so is COVID. But there's no reason we can't still celebrate and feel the love. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some Valentine's Day themed DIY projects. And this video was actually suggested by user Yeet My Waffles here on YouTube. So thank you so much Yeet My Waffles for your suggestion. And if you guys ever have suggestions for videos you would like to see me do, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. So for today's video, I filmed 3 projects. Well, 4 if you count one failed project. But I posted a poll on my Instagram story asking you guys if I should keep the failed project in this video, and you guys voted a unanimous yes. So thank you guys so much for voting, and if you want to be included in future Instagram polls, make sure to follow me, the link will be down below. But failure is all part of the DIYing process, and not every project that I do comes out perfectly. So I figure why not be transparent and share that aspect of it. Before we start, if you are new here, I would really love if you subscribed and rang that notification bell so you are notified every time I post a new video. But now let's get into these DIY projects. So since this is a Valentine's Day themed video, I figure what better to start off with than a Valentine's Day staple. I'm pretty sure that most of us are familiar with conversation hearts, and today I was inspired to create a pair of conversation heart themed couples coasters. Let's begin.
To make these conversation heart coasters, I'm using 2 of these wood heart plaques from Dollar Tree and removing all of the tags so they're ready to paint. Conversation hearts come in different pastel colors, and I'm choosing to paint mine green and yellow, but you can also do pink or lavender, whichever colors you prefer. Make sure to coat them evenly, and once they're fully painted and dried, I'm tracing around one of the hearts to make a stencil with a message that I can transfer onto my hearts. I opted for some modern slang terms, and to transfer them, I'm flipping my stencil over, scribbling over the back of my message in pencil, then placing the stencil right side up on the front of the heart and tracing over the message with a pencil. When you lift the stencil off, you'll see that the pencil transferred onto the heart, and now I'm taking a fine tip paintbrush and going over the message with red paint, just like a real conversation heart. I thought the message on the yellow one looked messy, so I ended up redoing it, but then I just let the paint dry, sealed the paint with a layer of Mod Podge, and that completes our pair of conversation heart coasters.
Now for this next project, I thought it would be great to get creative and paint something special for your Valentine this year. The painting I'm going to be doing today is inspired by a Shrinky Dink project that I saw the Crafty Lumberjacks from HGTV Homemade do. I'll put a picture up on the screen and be sure to link the original video down in the description, but as you can see, it is a charm that has an everything bagel on it, and it says, "You are my everything." My boyfriend Sam loves bagels, and I love puns, so I decided to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and paint him something special for Valentine's Day.
For my painting, I looked up pictures of everything bagels online for reference and drew a bagel on the canvas with pencil. Right under my bagel design, I wrote "You're my everything" in a nice script font just to make this piece look a little higher end and artistic. I mixed up a warm beige toned color with some acrylic paints to capture the color of the bagel and filling my bagel in completely with the paint mixture. I gave the design some time to dry before moving on to the finer detail work, starting out by outlining my bagel with a black paint pen. You can also trace your design with a paintbrush, but I preferred the control using the paint pen gave me. I did, however, opt to use a fine tip paintbrush to trace over the quote on the bottom, just because I wanted the script to appear more finer and dainty. I dotted my I's, crossed my T's, and moved on to speckling my bagel with white paint for sesame seeds and small black specks of paint for poppy seeds. I kept filling it in until I was satisfied with how it looked, and when my piece was completely dry, I had a cute piece of artwork made with love to display in our kitchen.
For this next project, I saw these camera-shaped picture frames at Dollar Tree and knew that I had to do something with it. You can repaint these, add a cute saying of your own, but I decided to pull inspiration from one of my and Sam's favorite musicals, Come From Away. If you're a musical theater fan and you haven't heard from Come From Away, definitely check it out. It's an incredibly moving show, so let's make a special gift to go with it.
For this next project, I'm starting by scanning my camera-shaped picture frame into my computer and opening it in Photoshop. I'm creating a design using inspiration from the show's logo and lyrics from one of the songs, Stop the World. Once I was satisfied with my design, I printed and cut it out. I'm then brushing a light layer of Mod Podge onto the frame itself before placing the design on the face. I covered up the circle around the camera lens with some blue paint to make it match the design I created, and painted over the shutter button with yellow paint as an accent color. I'm going over the whole thing with another layer of Mod Podge to seal my design in and keep it from lifting. I printed out one of our favorite pictures together that I felt captured the essence of the song lyrics, and that completed my Come From Away inspired picture frame.
think this Come From Away inspired picture frame turned out so cute. It goes perfectly with the lyrics that I chose from the show, and I am so happy with how it turned out. And if any of you out there are musical theater fans, I want to know, what's your favorite show? Tell me down in the comments below. And now on to a project that I'm not so happy about. So for this failed project, I had this idea to make a layered candle with a design in it, and I've never made a candle before, so mistakes were made. But like I said earlier, I want to be transparent with you guys and show you the mistakes that I make along the way. So here goes nothing.
When I was trying to make my layered candle, I started by melting down 2 of these large candles from Dollar Tree, one white and one red. Once the wax was melted, I extracted the wick and attached it to the bottom of this glass yogurt jar with some of the wax. I had the jar turned on its side because I was attempting to create a sort of heart-shaped layered design with the wax. I poured in the red wax first, and things started going downhill when my wick immediately came detached from the bottom of the jar. I held it in place and stuck the jar in my freezer to speed up the drying process. I turned the jar to the other side and added more red wax to complete the heart shape. Here I am scraping excess wax out of the jar, trying to salvage my heart design. I popped it back in the freezer to dry again, but apparently not long enough before pouring the white wax on top. As you can see, the white wax immediately turned red because the red wax hadn't fully hardened and ended up mixing together. After it dried, the white wax at the top turned pink, and I was ready to give up on this project altogether. But I trimmed the wick anyway, gave it a light, and still did not like how it looked, but at least I tried.
Alright guys, those were my Valentine's Day DIYs. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that these projects provide you with some inspiration. Have a safe and happy Valentine's Day. And musical theater fans, don't forget to tell me what your favorite musicals are down in the comments below. I would love to see your answers and maybe even find some new shows. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please give this video a thumbs up to let me know. Hit the subscribe button down below and ring the notification bell so you never miss a video. And make sure to keep up with me on all of my social media. I will put the links down in the description. But that about does it for today. This has been Kyian by Design. Happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!